Hello everybody, in this video I would like to explain to you the mathematics of tensions, compression, spring design problem. This is a sketch of spring, and one variable in the design problem is D, which is called coil diameter. The second variable is small d, which is called wire diameter. And the third variable of the tension compression spring is N, which is the number of active coil. The objective of the design is to minimize the weights of the spring, and this objective is formulated by these equations. In this case, S1 is representing the wire diameter, X2 representing the coil diameter, and S3 representing the number of active coil. So the weights can be calculated using these equations. S3 plus 2 multiply with x2 and multiply with x1 squared. And the objective of the design problem is to minimize this function. We call this objective function. The minimization of this function is subjected to 4 design constraints, which are G1x, G2x, G3x, and G4x. The equation for the G1x is 1 minus x2 to the power of 3 multiplied with x3 divides with 71785 multiplied with x1 power of 4. So the whole calculation of G1x should be less or equal to 0. The second design constraint is G2x, which can be calculated using these equations. Four multiplied with x2 squared minus x1 x2 divides with 12566 multiplied with x2 x1 power of 3 minus x1 power of 4 plus 1 over 5108 x1 squared minus 1, and the whole value should be less or equal to 0. The third design constraint is G3, which is calculated using these equations. 1 minus 140.45 multiplied with x1 divides with x2 squared x3. The whole calculation of G3x should produce values less or equal to 0. Lastly, the fourth design constraint is G4x, which is calculated as x1 plus x2 divides with 1.5 minus 1, and the value of G4x should be less or equal to 0. The allowable values of the variables are as follows. The value of x1 should be in between 0.05 and 2. The value of x2 should be in between 0.25 and 1.3, and lastly the value of x3 should be in between 2 and 15. So the main question is, what are the best values of x1, x2 and x3? Let's find out.